Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Aketina Evelyn. Yes, the Mushroom Crown Princess. And today we are going to learn about what a spawn is in mushroom production. So after you have formulated your compost, you are doing your thing, and whilst waiting for your compost to be ready for bagging, the most important thing you have to consider or think about is your sources of spawn. Where are you going to purchase it from? Are you going to produce it on your own, or you are going to buy it from a research institute or mushroom farmers who produce spawn on their own? It's very important because your spawn is critical point when it comes to mushroom production. When you get a bad spawn, it could affect your whole production process. And when you get a good spawn, the next thing is to get a good sterilization process, and then you are ready to go. So it's going to be very educative as always, so stay tuned and watch till the end. So our first question is, what is a mushroom spawn? So a mushroom spawn is the substrate or a grains that's a mycelia from mushroom or mycelium from mushroom developed on, which we use to inoculate the sterilized bag. So that is mushroom spawn. A spawn, a well sterilized grains where the mushroom mycelia or mycelium have run through it, and it have formed a substrate that we use to inoculate sterilized bags. Our next question is, what is spawn production? When we talk of spawn production, it's simply the process whereby mycelium of mushroom culture is placed on a well sterilized grain such as maize, millet, sorghum, rice, for the mycelium to develop around the grains to form your substrate for your mushroom production, or to form a substrate for the mycelium to develop or grow on, so that you can use it to inoculate your bag. So that is the mushroom spawn production. So producing spawn is just the process where you introduce your well sterilized culture, which is obtained from mushroom mycelium, onto your well sterilized grains for the mycelium to develop around the grains to increase the quantity so that you can use to inoculate your bags. So our next thing we are going to talk about is, where can you get your sources of spawn? So the sources of spawn in Ghana, you can get it from the Food Research Institute, forestry, and other mushroom farmers in the country. So I produce mushroom spawn as well, and I sell it to people, and I'm a mushroom farmer who produce quality spawn on my own. So you can also get your spawn from other mushroom farmers or the Food or Forestry Research Institute in Ghana. In other countries too, you can get it from the research institute which are into mushroom production. Where can we obtain our spawn from? It can be obtained from tissue culture, master culture, or multiplication of the normal spawn, that is the first transfer. So it's either you buy tissue culture, then you produce the spawn on your own, or you buy the master culture, then you do your transfer, then you use the transfer or the commercial spawn to inoculate your bags after sterilization. So when we talk of tissue culture or pure culture, this in preparation, you get your sample of mushroom or mushroom spores, and then it's placed on an agar work or an agar medium for the tissue to develop, which is now transferred into a grains to get your master or mother culture, which the mother culture is then transferred into another grains to get your commercial spawn for your mushroom production. So the mushroom that you select for your tissue culture should have a well desirable trait, a physical appearance should be good, and also it should be a high yield variety of mushroom that you should choose in the production of your tissue culture. Then we are going to talk about how to determine the quality of the spawn that you have purchased or the spawn that you have produced. What shows that this your spawn is of high quality or is good for your mushroom production? So one, there should be a proper coating of the myceliums around your grains. So the mycelium should have a proper coat all around the grains. It shouldn't leave certain grains parts which is not coated, and then it should be silky. The next thing is you shouldn't find any multicolored substances around the grains except white. They shouldn't have blackish or greenish color or around it. When there is a greenish or black color on the spawn bottle or inside the spawn, then that means that spawn have gone contaminated and it shouldn't be used for mushroom product. Another thing is that there shouldn't be any liquid in the spawn. So the presence of liquid in the spawn shows that there is bacterial contamination. So there shouldn't be any liquid in the spawn. And also your spawn shouldn't be stored for a longer period of time, because the longer the spawn is stored, the lower the yield, or there is reduced in the vigor or the strength of the mycelium. So you have to use your spawn immediately you purchase or you produce. You don't have to store it for a longer period of time. You can store it in a refrigerator, but it shouldn't last for more than 1 month, because the longer the period that it stays in the fridge without being used, then the vigor or the strength of the mycelium becomes low, which will lead to lower yield in your mushroom production. So right now, let's talk about transportation of your spawn from different farm sources or from your purchased area to your own farm, how you have to transport it. So in transporting this spawn, you have to transport it early in the morning or in the night because of the temperature range. Well packaged so that as you are transporting it, there will not be breakage of the spawn. There will not be breakage of the spawn to also maintain the temperature. So you have to transport in the morning or in the evening. So immediately you receive your spawn, the first thing is to remove it from the package box so that air can blow on. So for the storage, you can store it between 5 and 10 degrees Celsius for within a month. If not immediately in need or you are not using it right away, then you can store it between that range, 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. You can store it within that range, 10 to 5 degrees Celsius. So let's take notes. Now let's look at the sources of contamination of the spawn. So the spawn, you can get contamination from the grains that you are using, from the equipment, materials that you are using, and from the environment, because spawn production has to be done in a well sterilized environment or inoculation chamber or a laminar flow. So if you don't have that, the possibility of contamination is always high in spawn production. So this is our spawn. This is how the spawn looks like. This is how we package it in Ghana in a Vitamilk juice bottle. You wash the bottle, you clean it very well, then sterilize grains, and then with the mycelium or the mycelia. So that is the whitish. So we have seen that there is no sign of liquid in it, any multicolored substance in it. It's white and it's shiny. And you also have to have your alcohol. So before you use, you need to wipe your hands. So that is it, the alcohol on your hands, and then on the bottle you clean it, so before you can use it to inoculate your bath. So this is how the spawn looks like. So the quality of the spawn, like we said, it shouldn't have any multicolored or liquid in it. It should be white and well developed around the grains. So this one I used sorghum, so sorghum bicolor. So that is the type of grain I use in making it. So also you can test for your quality of spawn by shaking the bottle. So when you get your spawn from a different source and you want to know that this spawn that the person has sold to you is of quality, you shake the bottles by your hands. You should be able to break. Everything is breaking. It should be able to break. So when you shake it, you put it back, you store it. So the next 2 days, when you come back and it's running or reformed again, then that means your spawn vigor is high or is of good quality for you to use for your mushroom production. But when you break it like this and you go and come the next day, the next 2 days, and it's still like this, then the vigor is low and there is something wrong with the spawn. So you have to also take note of this. So wherever you purchase your spawn from, when you get it, try and break it and put it down and observe how the mycelium reassemble itself or retake over the place where you have shipped. So we have to take note of that. So this is how my spawn looks like. This is the spawn, I produce it myself. This is how it looks like. So it's the inside is cotton. I've used a sheet of paper and then wrapper to tie it all over again to avoid contamination and also enable the respiration of the mycelium, because they are also living things. So that is it. Practical will be done on how I did it. So if you haven't subscribed, do well and subscribe, because it's going to be very educative, and based on my channel you should be able to start your mushroom farm on your own with little or no assistant. Thank you very much and see you in my next video. So remember your disinfectant. Brings us to the end of today's lesson, and I hope you have learned a lot and how to handle and transport your spawn from your source, or how to produce your own spawn. There is going to be more practical on how each step of the spawn is produced, from the tissue culture to the master culture and then to your commercial spawn. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and please give me a thumbs up. Leave your comment at the comment section. Feel free to ask any question that is bothering you, and see you in my next video. Thank you very much. It's still your girl, the Mushroom Crown Princess. Bye bye.